What's up? Welcome back. Vikram Deal here with the Real Estate Sales Academy. Hey, really excited on this one to share with you the 7 tones that all real estate agents need to develop and practice and learn how to utilize in a sales conversation. And the reason why tone matters so much in 2024, and the reason why most of us are tone dead, is because we don't think consciously about our communication. Let me share with you a little presentation here that I did for about 1,000 agents over in Australia that just absolutely blew their mind so that you can see and hear what we do as salespeople, which triggers sales resistance. The TPC model, right? The TPC model that I created is tone, pace, and being conversational. Right? We're not going to talk about pace and conversation as much, but we're going to talk a lot about tone because there's something that we don't think about. Inside of our brain, we have this thing called the amygdala. It's right here in the back of our brain. It's what connects the spinal cord to our brain. And it's one of the first things that's developed. And the reason why it's so crucial to understand this is because the amygdala is what's responsible for us to run, endanger, freeze, right? Maybe there's a bear coming around the corner, so we need to be as quiet as humanly possible. No sudden sounds. Or is it to run as fast as possible because there's a threat that could cause you to get bodily harm or worse, death? The big brain, right? I call it the big brain. That's the second thing that comes into play. So once our ears hear a sound, the big brain starts making words out of it. Front part of our brain is called our frontal precortex. And that's what actually takes the meaning. It's what makes us rational. It's why at 16 years old, I would do a lot more crazy stuff than I do at 35 because the rational part of our brain isn't developed until we're about 20, 25-ish years old, right? So our brain, the most important part for sales is our tone because our brain hears tone before it makes words and before it becomes rational. So watch this. If somebody shot a gun in a crowded space, there's 3 things that people are going to do. Majority, 80, 90, 95% are going to run. 2 or 3% are going to be like, what was that sound? And they're not going to know that that was quite a gunshot, and they're going to freeze. And then 1% or maybe less than 1% are going to run towards the danger to try to save lives, right? That's what a gunshot does. It triggers fight, flight, and freeze immediately. Now, when you hear this sound, oh, this cute little baby crying, and there's nobody around, you're going to immediately, honey, is that a cry? Oh my God, where's it? There's nobody around. There's a baby. We have to go find the baby. We have to save the baby. And you're going to go find that baby, pick her up, and make sure that you can find help for her. Right? Unless you're a psychopath, and then we don't want you to follow us anyways. And then the third sound, when you hear a famous, beautiful pianist playing and you're walking through the mall and you've had a long day and it's Christmas time and you're stressed and there's 1,000 people, they put the pianist right in the center of the mall. Why? Because they know that the pianist is going to calm the emotions and it's going to relax people so that they go out and spend more money. That's why they put a pianist in the mall. Not because they want to entertain you. No, they want to calm your nerves. Because a calm person goes and spends more money. So if we understand that our tone, the way we talk, triggers either sales resistance or sales neutrality in the prospect, doesn't that make our job a lot easier? So let's talk about the trust, rapport, influence sales method, right? The trust, rapport, influence sales method turns everything up on its head. You've been told no, like, and trust was the last thing. It's actually always been the same. It's trust, right? It's trust. If people trust you, they're now going to get into rapport with you. If they're trusting you and they're in rapport with you, you have influence. Now, rapport isn't asking people, hey, how was your day? How was the coffee meeting? How was your ski trip? Now, if you're in somewhat of a relationship with a person, you can ask some of these surface level questions, right? But most of the times, 80, 90, 95% of the times, I don't ask people how they're doing unless they're my friend or my girl, because they don't really care to tell me about their life because I am not part of their inner circle. I am a associate at this moment. Until they start to work with me, I stay an associate, right? And in the relationship of real estate, your ability to build trust and listen and build rapport allows them to open up and trust you. And then they tell you everything, right? Then you become their counselor. But you're never going to have influence with the majority of people if all you're doing is trying to be the relationship guy. I want them to love me and like me and, right, I'm going to be their best friend. No, you're not. We've done hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. Let me tell you, there's 3, maybe 4 clients I still talk to on a regular basis out of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients we've served. Why? Because we're friendly and we're in rapport and they like us, but that doesn't mean they want to befriend us for the rest of their life. We're their agent. So trust, right? Trust is a marriage of your tone and your focus when you're on a call, right? Now, write this down, take a picture. What is the intention you have when you're on the phone call? What is your intention, right, when you're getting on the calls? Oh, I got to make these cold calls. They're not cold calls. They're opportunities to help people. And if you truly believe in your skills and your ability to serve, your intention should be like, I am excited to help more people today. I have the opportunity to help more people today. I have the ability to help more people today. I know that if I don't get a hold of these people and have a great conversation, they're going to get an average, typical agent that's only looking for a paycheck. Your intentions set how you set yourself up for the day. Super important how you talk to yourself. So the way we build trust is our tonality, conscious listening, and conscious questions. But I don't have time to get into all that today. We're going to talk about the 7 most important tones. You might want to screenshot this. You can also follow me on Instagram, depending on where you're watching this. Just scan the QR code in the bottom right. Curiosity, being lost, neutral, just have a neutral tone, being empathetic. Sometimes we got to be skeptical and challenging. Oftentimes, though, a prospect looks to us for confidence. We are confident that we can help you get the home that you want, get the terms that you want, and get the location that you want, while also selling your home for the highest price possible to the best buyer and the greatest terms. While keeping you protected and doing it in a smooth fashion, right? Doing it in a smooth way because our processes allow that. There's a saying that one of my mentors told me years ago. Good processes alone drive great results. So the sales process that you use when you're starting a conversation is curiosity. When you are curious about the prospect, you're already better than 90% of the average agent, right? So start a question about why are they on this call? Why did they raise their hand? Why did they come to an open house? What would cause this family of 5 on a Sunday to show up to an open house? People don't just talk to realtors. People don't just show up to open houses. They might be 24 months out, but they're planning because moving is a big, big, big headache. Buying is not easy. It's scary. Am I making the right choice? Am I going to lose all my money like in 2008? Is the market going to crash? Is the economy going to crash? What's going to happen with the political landscape? What's going to happen with all these multiple variables? Because we have these things called cell phones that keep us so distracted. So the first tone we want to master is a tone of curiosity. We should be more curious about why people are talking to us and about what their true challenges are in life. Second tone is lost. When you open up a conversation, you can be lost. Hey, because you don't ever, right, when you're lost, you don't ever stop helping people. When there's an old man in front of you, an old woman lost on the neighborhood, and you saw her circle the neighborhood twice, you say, ma'am, are you okay? No, honey, I'm lost. Oh my gosh, let me help you. It's our natural, right? It's our natural state to be of service to others. Third one is just be neutral. Yeah, let's drop the salesiness, drop the sales pitches, drop all of that. Just be yourself. You are a beautiful human. Be you, right? Be you. You're already a professional at it. Be you. Be empathetic. If a house didn't sell, don't call them and be excited. Be empathetic because they're probably in pain because something that they were hoping to happen didn't. Be skeptical, right? When a prospect says to you, Oh, well, we're just waiting for the market to drop. Oh, okay. And interesting. I guess the market dropped in 2022. How come you guys didn't purchase then? Like, so when the market dropped in 2022, how many properties did you guys pick up then? Oh, no, we didn't pick anything. Oh, I'm curious. Why not? Oh, well, what prevented you from picking up property then? People say things without thinking. They're called knee-jerk reaction statements. They say it to try to push you away. And so you got to hit them back with like, well, wait a minute, hold up. That doesn't make any sense. You didn't buy in 2010. You didn't buy in 2022, 2023. Now you're going to wait for 5 years. Well, that doesn't make, that's a nonsensical statement that they made. So you have to be skeptical and challenge their beliefs, right? Skeptical and challenge their beliefs. The last thing is confidence, right? When people are making big decisions, they want people who are confident. So throughout all of these tones, curiosity, loss, neutral, empathetic, you can still be confident and assertive without losing your status. Hey, you guys, if you got value out of this, right? If you got value out of this and you think, wow, this could be really helpful, I could learn a lot, which maybe you do, maybe you don't. Join me inside the Real Estate Sales Dojo on the Facebook group, right? We go live a couple times a week. We do more trainings. We do more in-depth scripting, more tonality reviews, much more than what I can do on these basic free YouTubes. And if you're ready to go to the next level, you're tired of doing 1 or 2 or 3 deals a month and you want to figure out how to go to 5 or 6, or maybe you're a newer agent and you don't have the training. We have our step-by-step training foundations portal that teaches you exactly how to work with human psychology, teaches you how to work with human behavior, teaches you the things that most agents, when they come to us, even our agents that are doing 20, 30, and 40 deals a year, the team leads that come to work with, they say, I've never heard this stuff before. And I've sold $20 million in the last 6 months. I've never heard this stuff before. I did 40 transactions last year. I've been in the business for 8 years. Why doesn't anybody teach us the step-by-step process on how to not trigger sales resistance, how to book an appointment, how to use our advanced tonality and questions, how to consciously listen, and how to put it all together in a beautiful listing and buyer's presentation that we offer so that we do more business? I said, I don't know. But if it's something you're interested in, go find me on Instagram. Just type in the word sales. We'll talk about next steps, or you can put in the word sales below and me or somebody on my team will get back to you. I'm sure you got some value out of this. You might want to bookmark it, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share this content with people in your office. Maybe you don't want to share it with people outside of your office. You don't want to give them the upper hand, but share with the people inside of your office. And I'll see you on the next one.